Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic year so far. I know I mentioned it in a plan with me, but I actually lost a lot of content. Well, not a lot, but like an entire plan with me for the first week of the year. So this is really the first week that I've been able to do like a full plan with me and put it up. So let's get going. We're gonna do it in real time. I'm not gonna do the daily pages side. I would like to get to a point where I can kind of do both pages for you guys, but because I sit down, if you guys have caught that video, then you'll see I usually sit down with my coffee in the morning and make that to-do list. I can at least show you kind of what it looks like. This is today's. I haven't put my headings in. I'm also checking to make sure I'm in frame because my camera's up so much higher right now to be shooting Project Life stuff. I have to like put the camera way higher. But this is cleaning, this is errands, this is work, and then this is other stuff. So lots to do today. This is very ambitious, and these are all things I would at least like to like touch at some point today. So hopefully we can get quite a bit checked off. But I use this list to pop over here and formulate a list from there. I haven't put the weather in yet, but that's okay. I did use N95 to make my water tracker. I've got a little bit of water in me already. It's about 8 o'clock. So I've been milling about the house and kind of getting ready. Jeff got up pretty early actually. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of like a rise and shine thing, because we are in good spirits this morning. He woke up a little bit earlier than me, but I feel like it's definitely a rise and shine kind of vibe. It's a beautiful day outside. It is still very, very, very chilly here. But yeah, because he was up early, i.e. I was as well. So I was able to kind of like get after it anyways. So I'm gonna put a slash and do tidy apartment. I have already started laundry. I've only got one load left to go. I may start it before I leave the house. I have a mountain of dishes that I'm sorting through, and a dishwasher that's full that will get encompassed in that. I have not started vacuuming, but definitely need to get that handled. I can clearly tell like we're gonna have fun flipping back and forth. Okay, that's that list. Check. All right, and then I'm going to do just a really simple little play button. For this, to film Monday Plan with me. And then I will be in transit. So I am gonna do two lines for what I'm watching. And for my watching bar, I'm gonna use 553 because it's kind of got that like purpley blue, and I feel like I've used a lot of blue. And I'll talk about this washi really quick because I'm sure somebody's like, what the heck? What I do is I've done this with biomes. I don't think I did this with the seasons, but I took the biome washi and I basically like just took all of one section. So like there's the desert. I think this is like the icy wonderland one, which is very close to the icy, the new icy ones that have come out. Like it's like snow. I don't know. I'm like forgetting all the names. But this is from the biome collection, and I've just like taken just that part of the washi, and I did it with a couple other spreads last year, and I really like how it turned out, to have like a whole biome of that. I would love to see her do that in the future, and I don't think she's ruled it out completely, which is nice. But yeah, definitely very excited that how this turned out. I did think it was really funny because I was looking in the group and a lot of people are doing like a winter, and temps are literally like all over the US right now. Temperatures are doing crazy shit. Like everything is frozen. It was a high of like 30 something yesterday, and Saturday. So it's been super cold. I actually don't know what the temperatures are today. I'm almost like not even in this hemisphere anymore because I am already looking ahead. I am about a week and a half away from being in New Orleans. So I am like watching that weather kind of like a hawk. I don't feel like any of those are the mood. I definitely could use this little to-do at some point this week. I think this is going to be me a lot of the day, like lots of calls and chatting. I don't estimate that it'll be full on chaos either. But that also might be more of tomorrow. What I'm going to do though is put it in the middle so that it kind of saves me a sticker a little bit, which is a little sneaky of me, so that I can, because I'll probably fit my work list in right about here every day, so that's like a perfect place to plop it. And then from there I'm going to go back again and look at tasks. I'm like turning and twisting this joker all around too. We actually have no meetings today, if you can believe it. Not even digital. It's like a full on everybody gets to catch up kind of day, and that feels so encouraging. Slightly terrifying though, because that's usually when weird stuff comes out of nowhere. I'm just gonna write allocations and let that encompass everything to do with those. Barnes, Bergman, and Watkins. I think 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave. Oh, I know what I forgot. So perfect. Okay. I'm gonna do confirm calls. I don't 100% know if I'm gonna end up getting the call list that I think I'm gonna get quite yet. I'm gonna leave it there for now because I have a feeling that I'm going to get them, but I'm also not 100% certain. So I might just leave the F alone for now. I'm struggling with what to write in my watching because it's not really a watching right now, because I have decided to, and I've done this before and I really do like this, and I already do this with one show, where I watch the episode and then I will listen to a podcast about it. I definitely did this with House of Dragons, and I'm really excited to see if I can. I'm sure it existed, I'm just not sure like at what. I know I've done like audio commentaries and stuff on some of the older Game of Thrones seasons even. So all in all, I am a person that loves behind the scenes. I love talking about, especially if it's something like social. So for example, like right now I'm doing Girls Next Level and Girls Next Door. I kind of like grew up in the era that was a big deal and that was a big show, and the female viewership, well, it was mainly female viewership, and I just am fascinated by how it shaped like how I viewed myself as a woman, what I felt was valuable about myself as a woman, what I thought my body should look like as a woman, and I'm fascinated by that. Also, I grew up in a Southern culture where, you know, how did that juxtapose with these like California girls, and that they were seen a lot more like free, if that makes sense. Like it was more like Southern culture is more about like hovering your body. At least where I grew up, it was like hovering your body and like being protective of your body, but then also like, you know, just like that, the male to female expectations and views. I'm just fascinated by all that. And now these women are older and they have gone back and they're, you know, if you guys are listening, then you know, and I'm just being, you know, super redundant, but essentially I will usually one episode is anywhere from 2 to 3 hours worth of podcast content from them, because they'll break it down into an episode. The only reason I'm like going through all this is I'm like in a listening phase, not a watching phase of that. Complete opposite thing that I'm doing is I am rewatching Gilded Age. From season 1, now that season 2 is out, and it does have a podcast and behind the scene content as well, and it's actually talking about New York, and I feel like you're going to sense a theme here. They do a lot of the theme of the show focuses around women and their position in society and the influence that they had despite not outwardly having like voting rights and influence that we would see today. So I'm very fascinated, and plus a lot of like New York history is being gone through in the podcast, which I love things like Gangs of New York and I love history. So very like a lot of female power shit going on down here. But doing those two things. So right now, this morning, I'm actually listening to Girls Next Level podcast, and then I will be switching over into Gilded Age podcast. So I don't know how I want to like throw that in here quite yet. Yeah, so we'll see. But what I do know is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put it at 17. I need to do like a shopping situation, but I'm trying to like, I feel like this is more the vibe based off where I'm going and what I'm doing. I get really overly peculiar would be the word. I'm super weird, and that's encouraging. I'm really weird about how I like pick my stickers. Like I don't want just like a work sticker plopped in there. I'm like weird, and I want it to be like ornately specific for some reason. So I'm going to do something a little bit different and actually try to put things in the right time. I have a feeling I'm going to end up with some other work things that I can pop in here. If I don't, I can 100% use this space to do another like listening line and put Gilded Age in there if I really, really needed to. If I don't end up getting like the scheduling calls that I think, or other retail tasks that I think I might get. So there's that. I am going to make a list logistically how these errands are going to go down. So I need to go to Michael's because someone in our Coffee Monster Co group posted that the washi storage that a lot of us use is actually on sale. And it's on clearance, and I happen to have a $5 off as well. So that's going to make it like $10. That thing is like a $40 thing. So I will 100% take it for $10. I know I will fill it because I am a washi whore, self-proclaimed, no qualms about that. And then I'm pretty sure that's the end of my errands list, because anything and everything I can get is either at Michael's, Target, TJ Maxx, or Walmart. I'm actually doing a return at TJ Maxx, but that's besides the point. Now the question comes into play about how to put in kind of the other things. It's a lot of craft things, and a lot of these things will also get done at work as well, like kind of in a work time zone. So I think what I want to do is I think I'm going to use a kind of like planner type of sticker. There's a little bit of plan for the week going on. I think updating my planner is, maybe I could do like a winter one would be kind of nice. This actually might be cute. Okay, we'll do this since I haven't used one of these little cutie patooties yet. And I kind of like that I'm hopping back and forth a little bit. Okay, and again, I will obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and put a slash here because I am updating my planner as we speak. I do need to work on February setups today. I'm gonna do one little word, January. I'm also gonna put to print week number 2 and number 3 PL picks. So I've got that happening. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to list. Probably getting my Mardi Gras list finished. Perfect. All right, I feel like that's quite a bit, and that leaves me some space too for like watching later this evening if I'm continuing that. So I've left some gaps and some spaces for sure. One thing that I've really got to like get a handle on, and I do love to do, so I might have to do this in my my daily page today, is I like to make a list of all the things that need to get done between whatever day it is and a trip. So we actually leave next Thursday, like as soon as work is over. Wednesday I have to take, next Wednesday, I have to take the cat to my mom's. So this is also why I'm not filming that week. I might do like some type of situation with that. I have officially decided that I'm not gonna do, I know I've done it for 2 separate trips now, with the Gatlinburg trip and the Orlando trip, where I like came back and filled it in, and I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think what I'm gonna do is try, the only other way I can think to do that is to do like my daily pages maybe, or this side. I'm not 100% certain how I'm going to document that trip outside of Project Life at this moment, because it is a lot of like hurry up and wait, and I'm trying to be a little bit better about just the cadence of content, if that made no sense. If you're a content creator, then you know like the struggles of time versus creating, and like when something's going to come out, and how like, at least for me, I feel super awkward when I do a plan with me for like February, but like the March setups come out first. Like everything's kind of out of funky order. It's just weird. So I don't know how I'm going to document that, and what I will definitely have something out about it to talk through it, whether it's planner or whether it's Project Life, or both has yet to be determined. I think it really just is determined by what I get done between now and then with everything going on. I do have some organizational stuff that I want to shoot and show you guys that I've worked on, and kind of like some essentials, because I feel like January is like a good time to talk about like essential items. I might do like a kit for what I'm taking with me. Every trip is a little bit different in terms of my availability to craft too. So that changes, and this trip is even more peculiar because I've got like obviously a house full of freaking boys, so it's like they don't understand that I want to go play with stickers. But also I thought it was super interesting that over the weekend I took a bunch of stuff to stuff to Jeff's to catch up. And I was really actually quite pleased with how little I used in supplies. And I'll be naughty and a little sneaky and show you guys. But like, honestly, like I just use like my Coffee Monster Co stickers. Like I took some stamps, but a lot of it's just like hand lettering. So like I didn't need a bunch of sticker books and things that I quote unquote thought I needed. So that's interesting. So I'm actually gonna pop in. I don't have that much more of the podcast episode. So I think what I'm gonna do is Girls Next Level and there we go. So that I encompass both podcasts that I'm listening to into like one place. And then I've left room for tasks later this afternoon. I've left room for 2 tasks. If that doesn't work out, this is gonna have to work out. I'm sure there's 2 things that I will end up doing today that I can pop in there, so I'm not that worried about it. And then that should leave me flush to come home and catch up on a new episode so I can have stuff to listen to tomorrow. And I think I'm in the office by myself tomorrow, which is going to be kind of nice. Actually, that's a lie. I'm pretty sure we have appointments. But that puts us at the end of Monday. I will see you guys in the morning. All right, so it is time for planning session number 2. It's actually Wednesday evening, so we're going to catch up with Tuesday, Wednesday, and pre-plan a little bit of Thursday, which I'm super excited about. So first things first, I am going to do a swatch here, and that is a deplorable little swatch. Here and here, because I'm going to watch the same thing tomorrow morning that I'm watching right now. I am also going to take a second and consult my handy dandy little list from yesterday. So a little sneak peek at a daily page and how those are looking. I still have a little bit of journaling to finish from yesterday. Okay. I think I'm going to wait to put my swatch of watching down a little bit further. I think I was actually in the background watching, of all things, Indiana Jones, I think is what I was finishing up. We started it over the weekend and I just kind of fell asleep during it. It was a lot longer than I thought, so that was interesting. All right. Just kind of making a to-do list of things that I did and did not do in terms of tidying the house, because that's typically one of the first things I get off to in the morning. And then from there, I did leave a touch early. I didn't end up doing any like filming or anything before I left, or the voiceover that I planned to do. In the morning, I am actually gonna make like a little icon and move it over. I was hoping to get to the office early, and do the voiceover for Project Life week 1, but my coworker actually got there very early, surprisingly, so that did not work out so well. But that's okay, it happens. And then I just want to make sure I make like a semi-accurate list. I did finish all the December PR calls. I did not get to start the January PR calls. A lot of other things came up, and then ergo, I did not do the PR list. So that was kind of all of those tasks. Then going through kind of client matters. Okay. Also, this person's task took me far longer than I thought. It was a simple beneficiary update, but I didn't realize they had so very many, which was wild. And then I'm gonna do Jackson Prep. I did move it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've still got a little bit of space before I kind of get to that time off land. Do I want to add anything else to that list? Obviously, I did other things as well, like urgent matters that kind of popped up on the radar. But I think I'm going to leave that there. And then I also actually was a little naughty and I did some like print pattern for mom. That I'm sure didn't take an hour. And then I worked on updating some planners. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there a little bit. Basically, I took care of some other things that were not work related, but that just keep me organized. So updating planners, I printed a pattern for my mom. She is doing a cross stitch as a wedding gift for someone, and she needed it in color, and I was nice enough to like print it in a booklet for her. And then I did a master list of to-dos before I leave for the trip and just kind of events and things going on. And I was really, really bummed to discover that essentially, I was bummed because I found out today that a place that I wanted to go to this weekend is not going to be available anymore, which was very sad. I'm going to do like a little workout tab here and check it off. I did 45 minutes cardio with the elliptical and read book. I am reading, it's in the bedroom right now, but I'm reading Hercule Poirot Christmas or something along those lines. That's what it is. And then I wanted to prep my sticker binders to film for this morning, and I actually got those done before Jeff arrived, and I started working on the February PL kit that I also wanted to film. So I was really just kind of like getting things prepped and ready because I knew I wanted to try to get a good bit of filming done today. So I am going to go ahead and pop in what I was watching, which I have been watching. I didn't put sorry, I'm trying to be a little bit creative now that I realize I didn't space that well. Same here. I'm gonna do Gilded Age Season 1. That's what I am watching, and I'm also listening to the podcast and watching any behind the scenes content, so that's gonna continue rolling through tomorrow. Then pretty much first thing out the gate, I started working on content, voiceovers, filming, the whole thing. So I'm gonna do an upload because I have a feeling I'm gonna be doing some more voiceover stuff later this week. And I hardly ever use these like YouTuber emojis, so it's kind of nice to get them used. So I will do this little guy. So voiceover and post week 1. You guys, I killed it with stuff today. So film and post sticker book. I'm gonna say sticker binders because that's really what they are. Oh, I can fix this because I really do like the little play buttons. And this is like a rare opportunity where so much got filmed and uploaded. So I'm gonna try to very carefully right over this. Normally I would let this sit for a little bit longer. Travel kit. And no, I did not do these all back to back to back at all. That would be virtually impossible. But I did do this back to back to back in a weird fashion. Sorry, I have pulled out the sticker sheets that I wanted to use for this spread, which I don't normally do. I just leave them all in the binder, but my supplies are now scattered all over the place now that my travel kit is built out for the New Orleans trip. I really want to like do this purple one because it matches, but like I can't keep using that one or else I'm gonna have none. So I'm gonna go with just using like a little gray one to make it super simple. And then I'm also gonna do another little film to do for this film Tuesday through Thursday. So lots of filming happened today. Still more filming to go, still some more prep stuff to go, but it is about 8:30 at night. And so as soon as I wrap this up, I am gonna be heading to bed. So, which sounds really early, but I'm gonna finish the episode I'm on and then switch over to some sleepy TV. Obviously with me doing so much filming, I was not that concentrated on work. And normally what I'll do is I'm gonna just put carrier calls because there were several carriers that I actually had to call today. I'm gonna do a check for processing tasks just to encompass any and all clients that had stuff in processing that I needed to look into today. I did not end up doing the January calls. The phones rang quite a bit and I got pulled away to do other things. And then, like I said, my priority today was mainly filming just to like make sure I really got ahead with some stuff. And when I'm in the office, I just try to like power through as much as humanly possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've still got a little bit of room that I can write down stuff that I didn't get to. And then I'm gonna just put the February PR list on here. Then I'm gonna do the tidy up. I'm just gonna using like all the cool colors. I definitely didn't get as much done as I had hoped, but I did make some okay headway. The most important thing is that I actually vacuumed and I finally finished all the laundry, which takes me ages sometimes. And I didn't get to do the kitchen, and I was hoping to kind of try to dust and tidy a little bit, but that didn't come to fruition either. Like I said, the name of the game today was definitely, sorry, I'm flipping all over the place to make sure I'm not missing things. Oh, I also I did get the dishes and I did get the litter box taken care of, which needed some attention today, even though it's like those are daily tasks for sure. And then I'm just gonna do a little, I don't have that in front of me and I'm trying to think I'm just gonna do update planner all on its own, because I am not trying to hunt through everything for a sticker right now, even though it would look super cute. I'm gonna just do an update planners. And then today, what I kind of want to make a note, I think I'm just going to write about it in my daily pages, because I actually juiced today. Today was the first day of my 3-day juice cleanse. And I just want to document that. And I've actually kept some decent notes about like what times I ate, or not ate, but so on this cleanse, I'm allowed to have like raw nuts. I make overnight oats that I get to have. I can also have like raw fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. I didn't partake in that today, but I did make good notes about what I did, like what time I drank stuff and all that. So moving on into tomorrow, and naturally, did I pull stickers? I was gonna do like a sticker because the fog was intense, but I think I'm just gonna write about that too in the daily page. I did not pull stickers for tomorrow, so I'm gonna see how we get on with that, because I'm not 100% sure. I know I can do film and post February PL kit. I know I can get that done before work, and I may just kind of leave it there. I'm gonna do tidy apartment probably, and I'm gonna go ahead and write kitchen. I might be able to get some things done in the kitchen before I head out to work. And then I do want some kind of a work-related sticker for tomorrow. I'll be in the office. Thankfully, those stickers are not in my travel pack, so those are pretty easy to get to. And I think I am going to make use of this blue office sticker. So I'm gonna put that little dudette right there. And a majority of this is gonna be phone calls. And I'm gonna do Jan P card calls. I am putting tow cars on the list because she is gonna be high priority tomorrow. Let's see what else I've already popped on my list. Yeah, I love how I automatically know like what some of these higher priority items are going to be. And I'm just gonna write Jackson so I don't have to like bleed too much into anything. Well, I guess I could do that. I'll do Jackson prep. That spreads it out a little bit. And I'll do spreadsheets because there's some policy tasks that I need to work on. The majority of the day is honestly going to be on the phone. I've already also previewed a couple of things, and I'm also leaving room for incidentals because I have a feeling some things are going to pop up. And then I'm just going to simply write in update planners, because even though I do it every day, and then I'm gonna write one little word, Jan prep, because I still need to work on that, because I'm hoping to film that Friday if I can, but if not, definitely on Saturday, along with some week 2 stuff that I would like to get to, but we'll see how we get on. I'm not 100% sure where my evening will take me either. Jeff is remote, so I might go out to his house, and then that would put us here on Friday evening, or maybe, I know we were planning to be here Saturday evenings, but the place that we were going to go eat is no longer going to be where I thought it was going to be, which is a super bummer, because especially with the juice cleanse thing going on, I really was like trying to look forward to a meal. So I'm going to have to get creative, because I was 100% looking forward to that. So that's a bummer. And they're not going to be around anywhere I can be until I am in New Orleans. So bummers all around at the moment. But this will get us started and into Thursday. So I will check back in with you guys on Friday. Alrighty, we are here for the last and final planning session. I have not popped in my weather for Sunday, but Sunday is about, I don't even know, halfway done. It's got a long day to go. I am going to go ahead and just pop in another watching tab down here, and I will save my watching for a couple minutes. So I did get my February Project Life kit filmed and posted. I did tidy the apartment a little bit, but not the kitchen. Confirmation calls did get done, as did January calls. Tow cars, a little bit of Jackson prep, no spreadsheets, no February sheet, updating on planners, and sadly, no prep. So we actually I watched, because Jeff fell asleep pretty early in, Chowchilla. It's on HBO right now. I'm gonna go ahead and very delicately try to get rid of this little oops, and then I'll cover it in a little bit. Let's see if I can, just a little boop right there. So as far as Thursday went, it was actually a really efficient work day because I was at the office by myself, so I was able to like power through a lot. And I've been taking my planners with me to the office and trying to like not like work for a while and then break for a while. I know Helen's talked a little bit in her videos recently about like the 25 on, 5 off, but I think she adjusted it to like 10 or so, just so that she could get a little bit more done in the off swing of it. But I was really focused on Thursday about just trying to make sure I got through this list. I love sneak peeking these little pages for you guys every once in a while. And then I did work a little bit on my full moon spread during the day as well. But overall, it was just about like getting through the workday and staying focused, because I really wanted to make sure that on Friday I could actually get a bunch of like other things kind of done, like a lot of setup things, tidying things. It's going to be really funny because it's going to look like I did like jack all, which really wasn't true. I've got a little tickle in my throat. But the first thing that I want to notate is massive neck pain. Again. So last year, and I've talked about this in the flip through videos, and I'm sure back then I also talked about it in like a plan with me, but essentially I got a kink in my neck. And it's weird because like the two situations, the only thing I can figure out is that I slept with my arm up over my head, like underneath the pillow, if that makes sense. Like I was just like really stretched out. By the way, this is cut from the washi tape of the chores washi. So I'm just gonna pop that in there while I document some errands that needed to get run over the course of the day. That all got run, and I'm really excited about it actually. But anyways, I woke up with extremely awful neck pain, and the very first thing I had to do was ice it, and Jeff had to get me some Advil because it was so bad. It was absolutely awful. I was like, where's my other errand? And I know what it is. It was the liquor store. And then I actually was up and going early enough to where I could go get some groceries. Again, I was ahead enough on things with work where I could go ahead and run a bunch of errands on Friday, like that were all really close to my house. Like all of these are like 10 minutes away, if that. So I was able to like go pick up what I needed and clearly write on myself. And then get back to the house, check on some more work things, and go back out again. So it was a lot of that throughout the day. And I was also trying to prepare, I'm sorry about the traffic sounds. I was also trying to prepare so that I could film a bunch on Saturday. Like that was the main thing. I do want to get a wake up early sticker, but I am very curious where I've tucked them away at this point. So from Joann's, I was hoping to find some treat bags, but was very unsuccessful. Is that blue? I can't even tell. This one's like purpley. So I woke up really early on Saturday, so I'm gonna just pop that in here. Binks. Oh, actually, we woke up hella early both these days, so I'm gonna just we'll talk about that when we get there. I'm just trying to grab things while I can think of them more than anything. But yeah, from Joann's, I was trying to find treat bags and I ended up finding them at Hobby Lobby, because I am going to make some very delicious, lovely things. I'm going to make my peanut butter bourbon balls, and I'm also going to make some king cake truffles, for the people that are so kind enough to host us. I might have already talked about this. And season 2. I started working on Gilded Age season 2 on Friday. But I am going to make those for the lovely people that are hosting us at their homes for various dinners. And even though they are family, I just really want to say thank you, obviously. I think that that's just, I don't know. I don't know. I show love through cooking 100%. Like that is definitely my love language. So I really enjoy being able to cook for other people and just show my appreciation. I'm going to use, since we're like creeping up on the end of winter, I think I might, do I want to use like a winter onesie? Kind of polar berry vibe. I normally don't like using the same sticker twice, but I'm actually considering it at this point. So I'm going to use, I'll use the blue so they're not like completely and totally the same. Or I could use this one that matches like perfect. The struggles. I'm going to use the gray so they match, because if they mismatch that, if they look same but different, that's going to drive me even more crazy. So these are the things that happen in my brain. So yes, I show my love by just making and doing things when I can. I really like gift giving. So this is like a way for me to kind of give in bulk, which is really nice, as well. So I've actually put everything in the fridge and freezer to cool at this point. And I'm going to take some to Jeff's grandmother. We are going over there for lunch. Not lunch, like very early dinner. And last but not least, processing tasks. Okay, that kind of handles that area. There was a lot of stuff that I did admittedly want to do in terms of like content creation, but the reality was, if I stab myself with this pen one more time, I'm gonna have words about it. I'm gonna do crazy man outside. Leave that there. We'll talk about it when we get there. I'm just trying to prep a couple things on this side. There we go. Can do that right there. I would have pretty much got up and started watching Gilded Age as soon as I got up. So I'll put that there. Like I said, I was hoping to get more content creation handled, but that just did not happen. So ended up being like quite a bit of prep work. So I'm going to do this like journaling time emoji situation. Week 2 PL prep. I was also starting One Little Word January prep, finally, like really picking some papers and doing some things like that. I think I had loftier ambitions to film a lot of things that just did not get filmed. I don't know why we did a slash when I just got done saying I did not do the things. The wind is so wild outside. Okay. I also really wanted to work out and finish my book, which as of filming, I still have not done. And I think I'm just gonna kind of leave it there because I have my master list back here, like if I ever really wanted to consult it. This is me talking about the cleanse one. No, that's not it. Yeah, it was mostly errands and prep that I recall being the majority of the day. Although I am wondering when I got the voiceover done. It was earlier in the week. It was Wednesday. I was like, I know that happened this week, but where did it happen? Okay, so we're just gonna dive right in because I pretty much got up and started filming really, really early in the morning. So Binks woke up with a hairball at 4 a.m. that it was just the sound, not the actual thing. Sorry, kind of gross, but yeah, that woke me up in a panic. I did not end up doing the voiceover yet because Jeff ended up coming over. That definitely wasn't a bad thing. I just definitely did not plan for that. So like I said, on Friday, I really wanted to focus on errands. I've really been trying to use the master list that I created a few days ago and really use that to my advantage and say, okay, of this list, what is the most important thing that I actually get done that gives me the biggest payoff, but also like, okay, so for instance, I had those errands that I needed to run. My plan was on Saturday to film and cook. And so the thing of that is that while like something's uploading or exporting, like that's a good time for me to clean, for me to cook, for like, I kind of do those things in rotation. Like immediately when something's uploading, I take that opportunity to straighten up, to tidy up, things like that. The other thing that I'm running in tandem with this is that things that I can do when I'm sitting down, I'm watching my show, and then I'm using the podcast time to be productive. So my brain kind of just like operates on those two wavelengths where it's like, okay, well, not two, but like, okay, you're doing this, so this is the activity that pairs with that. You're doing this, so this pairs with this. Like, I'm constantly pairing things versus doing one thing at a time. And I think that's my ADHD. I just think that I really do have a strong suit for being able to do multiple things at one time. I think it's what makes me fantastic at my job most of the time and being just efficient. So all this being said, I had this grand plan for Saturday, and I was so glad that I had run all these errands on Friday because it was also storming. So I really just wanted to spend the whole day inside, being really focused on cooking and content creation. So that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, I can come home and I can like tidy up a little bit with the energy that I have. But like if the house doesn't get cleaned before I leave, it's not the end of the world. It's more important that I'm packed. It's more important that these food items are made. It's more important that these content things are out. So I'm really doing better about like, this is what really actually needs to get done. Not just like, oh, I really should do blah, blah, blah. So there's that. I really wanted to do the whole one little word thing, but I didn't think that I was gonna make it. And I'm gonna move this film February setups, because it was all about those 3 projects that day. So it was about week 2 Project Life, One Little Word January, and filming February. Like that is the majority of the content that has to go out before I leave. Post to TCMC, and I'm gonna leave it there, I think. Because that was when things started to kind of get a little crazy. And you see like all of these tasks are about to move like bananas. I just don't know what I want to start with next, like kind of like a tidy up sticker. But I'm also very hesitant. I mean, I'll talk about it in the main page. I'm wondering where to put like the basic, like everything changed, and I'm talking in circles and making absolutely no fucking sense per usual. Okay, so Saturday, again, it was supposed to be all about content creation, getting some cooking done, and then also getting some cleaning done if that was necessary. Well, then the monkey wrench. So Jeff was supposed to meet up with his friend, and they were supposed to kind of prepare for a course that they have that's coming up. But lo and behold, that didn't happen because the schedule didn't permit for that person to meet with him anymore. Their family thing was going to run a little bit later than expected. And so Jeff was going to run some errands, and then the plan was that Jeff was going to run these errands, meet with this person, and then come here. However, then he changed it to he wasn't going to meet that person, and then he wasn't going to, he ran a few of his errands, and then some of them we were going to run together. And that was like a very quick change all of a sudden. Sorry, there's something in my eye. I'm going to move the workout and cook soup. And I'm just going to write treats instead of writing everything out, since it really didn't even happen that way. And I'm going to move, finish, book. And then I think I'm going to just be fun can do plot twist, since this was like more or less the same to-do list that's here. Not here. Like, obviously I'm eliminating a couple things and I'm not writing them out as big, and I was always going to cook us dinner. I don't know that I would have put that there. Like, there's a couple things I'm obviously not going to put in here so that I can be kind of clever and talk about what really ends up happening. So Jeff ended up coming over to my house hours before I really expected him, which was totally fine and actually really nice. So we got to ride around in his new truck, which he did get this week. And I hadn't really had the chance to ride around in. So we just kind of rode around, and funny enough, went back to the same liquor store. He needed to get some bourbon for the trip. I say needed to, like that was like the end all be all. I really need to get a pizza lover emoji, because I literally have like no room. I might have to place an order before I leave, or while I'm gone, possibly. I was gonna try to hold off until we were back, and actually hold off until the anniversary sale, but that might be way too long. So pizza, I'm gonna put in parentheses Johnny's, errands, and treats. We got treats from one of my favorite little bakeries. It's like right around the corner. But yeah, we had to go to a few errands. So we went to Academy, the liquor store, UPS to do like a drop off, like just a few errands, nothing like super out of the way. And then came back and watched Apostle, which we actually watched on Halloween, I think. And we both fell asleep. And this was a lot longer. And I think I said this back, like you can go and I'm sure find that plan with me. But I really didn't, like, it's a lot. Like, I might even need to watch. It kind of reminded me of, that is not what I meant to put there. Sorry. There's a new Masters of the Universe on Netflix, and we were watching that while we drank coffee this morning. Like I said, we were up early. Oh, I didn't talk about that yet. So I feel like I cleared up Saturday. Apostle. It's a little bit like Midsummer. So if you've seen that with Florence Pugh, it's really quirky. And I don't mean quirky and like cute, campy quirky. I mean, it's freaking weird. It's really weird and it's really deep. And like, I don't know, like I just feel very confused and lost. Like it's clearly like something very creative. Like no shade or anything, but it is very, very creative. I wonder if I'm sure I have like a baking or chef type of thing in here. We're gonna find it because I want to find, I might have to just use like, it's not baking though. So even though I did use a rolling pin to beat the ever loving crap out of some Oreos. So Apostle was weird. I recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's good. It's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know how to say it any other way. It's just weird. I really want a baking sticker. And I don't. It's like baking, no bake. So I don't even know how to like put that into the correct light. let's see. I will look at some of these and see what I think. So that brings us to this morning, and we did go to bed ridiculously early. So that brings us to this morning. Yeah, I guess I could use, I mean, again, it's so weird. I don't know how to describe that. Last thing I can think of is I'm clearly working way too hard for this. I feel like I have a freebie set that has like a baking thing in it. Like it has like the flour. I don't know. Very inconvenient. Okay, I will just do the little chef. Screw it. I'll put it on this side. This morning, crazy man outside started yelling at 4 a.m. I believe there were drugs involved. Not with me, obviously with him. And he was just walking up and down the sidewalk, making quite a ruckus. Now, granted, there is a whole fence line, and like the way so it's like sidewalk. This is why you can hear traffic. So we've got road, sidewalk, embankment that swoops down, but then there's like a fence, and then there's another sidewalk, and then there's the actual building. So they were outside the fence, and I was totally safe and fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put an X because I am gonna finish these treats before we leave. I am not gonna be able to cook that soup today, which is the only reason I'm allowing the chef man to be on here. And that's really as far as I'm gonna make it, as far as in the kitchen things go. I'm gonna do start packing, prep. I'm gonna do outfits. I did start looking through everything today. I haven't finished. I might finish today with that. So then Jeff was not super thrilled that I was like super duper busybody, I don't think. But honestly, like I am gonna add this like little emoji cloud washy person just because I saw it when I put the groceries back in earlier, and I'm gonna put this down here because we went to bed so early. Wow, what is that? I did not put that down straight or even remotely looking like it was straight. There we go. And then I'll do an arrow this way because I actually consulted that. I am also gonna sneeze. Ooh, excuse me. And then I'm gonna do tidy apartment. And then I'm gonna do dishes / kitchen, since now my kitchen kind of looks like an all holy nightmare. Okay, and I should just leave the food packet out. But so crazy man woke us up at 4. He was actually up before that. And we were planning to go to breakfast with his brother. Things got so topsy-turvy so quick. We were planning to go to breakfast with his brother, and then Mike called and wanted to see, because yesterday they were like, oh, we'll just move it to tomorrow. Neither of them, really thinking all that clearly that it would be Sunday and things would open much, much later. And so, unfortunately, they had to, once again, change the plan because they could not go because we are due at a lunch dinner or I keep saying lunch, dinner. So we're gonna go to early dinner at Dee Dee's, which is his grandmother, at 2 p.m. in Owen. And I'm just gonna do a little arrow. So as it says, early dinner at Dee Dee's at 2 o'clock with Justin and Owen, because if you guys hung on through my Christmas videos, then you'll know that we ended up not going to her house for Christmas. So this is like belated Christmas kind of thing. I am going to also put in a little film icon for this video. Finish this week. Plan with me. And post, because I'll be able to do the posting and all the editing while I'm cleaning and finishing up the treats. I'm not going to worry about prepping or doing anything else because it's actually 11:30, so we're going to leave in about an hour. So I need to finish the treats and focus on just making sure the kitchen is clean. So I'm just going to leave it there for the day, and I'll pop in my weather. What I may want to do is I just want to do like a update planners and tarot February setup, because that's actually the last thing that I need to do for my setup video, or for setup, so that I can film them. So those are really the only two things I might want to try to take a look at if I have enough time later this evening, or we get back at some kind of a decent time. So I'm going to make sure that this is in frame for you guys to look at while I jabber for just a second. But I hope that you guys enjoyed taking this little plan with me adventure for the week. I know this little last segment is a little clunky, just for me to get my bearings and make sure I remember everything and how the plans change and what it was. I know I talk about it quite a bit, that like obviously like I don't live in the same house as my partner, that we both work full-time jobs. I'm doing content creation. We're getting ready for a trip, all the things moving, and I know we're all juggling life, but thank you guys always for having so much grace, because I know I'm quite the little rambler sometimes. So I hope I amuse you as some background noise every once in a while giving you some on-screen inspiration. So thank you guys so much for tagging along with my crazy little week, and I hope you guys enjoy all the content while I'm gone. And I look forward, actually by the time this video posts, I'll already be back from the trip, so I don't know why I inserted that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the content while I was gone, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. But until then, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands. Bye guys.